take him for a minute. I gotta set a couple things up.
I realize I should have my phone.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing.
Is it working?
Should be.
Are we live?
Yes. Ooh, we're live. Of course, no one's watching us.
Oh, wait, one person is.
We're gonna be sitting here for a minute. Hello, John.
Wow, look at everybody's jumping
Daniel.
in.
I don't know how to do the screen in the back because this is the first time I used this method.
Hold on, buddy. Hold on. Okay, buddy's not.
Hi, James. Do you remember what it's called? The medical issue?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, look, we got people jumping on. You want your phone?
Yeah.
Okay, say hi. Right back.
Grab my switcher. I'm cold.
No.
I don't look so pale. Who's here? William, Leslie, Dawn. Hey, Dawn. Dirt Devil, what's going on? Diggin, NorCal. It is very hot outside. That is why we are inside. Hey, Dawn's here.
Nice.
Where's my sweatshirt?
I didn't bring it to you. I told you no.
I'm cold.
Well, before we get started with the reason we're live, I will say that, wow, I had a 20-day trip, and it was a lot of fun, and I had my last two finds were so epic. Hey, AU diver.
It's getting worse. It's getting worse. Okay, it's getting better.
It's
All right.
hopeless.
Don't get mad because you won't have any hair to worry about.
I have a little bit, see? It's growing.
Your hair doesn't count.
Are you going to try to follow along, or?
Yeah, I got it right here. Yeah, I am going to check on my
Roadrunner detecting. Howdy, howdy. Gary, hi.
I guess I could change my judge show from
Diggin, NorCal. Good morning, or I guess it's good afternoon. Don, hi.
Ooh, look. Diggin SoCal's live.
Wow. We haven't done a
Look,
live.
they're live.
We have not done a live in so long, but yeah.
It
So
didn't work. What happened? I clicked on it.
No, you know what you're doing?
No, I don't. I got it.
But anyway, so my last two hunts were just epic. Man, 2 golds in one day kind of really made it awesome. And then finding that quarter and then the buttons. But we're going to get right into why we were not having a video this morning. If I can find our little culprit.
Oh my gosh, he's sitting over there. Go get him. He's like so happy just sitting there.
Hello, buddy.
Poor buddy.
Come here, buddy.
Oh my gosh. Do you want to start or you want me to start?
Well, I'm going to show him off first because a picture's worth 1,000 words.
Oh, buddy.
Look at his side.
And his paws.
And his paw.
And his other paw.
And his paw. And his other side over here, buddy.
You can't really see
No,
it.
it's
There it
okay.
is.
So explain kind of what happened because you're good at telling stories. That's all you do.
Gosh. Okay. So what happened was,
Say cheese.
hi, buddy. He's sleepy. Okay. So, I've had him for about 3 years.
Yeah.
And in that time, he's never been sick. He's been like the best cat because he's never been sick. Hairballs, nothing like that. And one morning I got up and there were 2 little piles of vomit. Just kind of odd. We thought maybe he just had an upset tummy. He ate too fast. Wasn't feeling good. So we kind of just let it be. Didn't want to be a worry wart, as it were. He didn't want to get around too much, but he wasn't like super lethargic, you know. So I go to work, I come back, and he was in the same spot he had been in before I left.
Yeah. Never moved.
Didn't move. Like a statue. So I go to work. Oh yeah, so I went to work, I got back home, he's still in the same spot. Go to sleep, wake up in the morning, and he hadn't eaten. He didn't eat at all. And he wasn't drinking water, and he wasn't getting up. So we took him to the vet.
Oh, and that was an experience. Do we rat out the vet?
We'll leave that alone. But the vet, at the time, because they're like the smartest person in the room, we took the advice of the vet, gave Buddy the medication. She was like, make sure you give him food. He needs to eat food and water because he hadn't had food and water in like, was that like day 3?
Yeah.
So 3 days he hadn't had food or water.
And it was a Friday for the weekend.
Yeah. So nothing. Just his little treats that he likes. What are those treats he likes? The temptation ones.
Temptations,
He
yeah.
loves those. Nothing, not interested. Just would sit there. He'd get up and walk around, but he just looked kind of sad, you know?
And kind of lethargic.
He was, yeah. I've seen worse, but yeah, he just didn't want to get around, but he had no energy because he had no food or water. Next day off, still nothing.
And he had a fever when he went to the vet.
Oh yeah, we found out he had a fever. Didn't know that. Then I went to work the next day. I don't know how many days it was. It felt like a long time. I worked a double. The vet called and left a message the day prior. Didn't sound important. Hey, I got the results from Buddy's X-ray and his blood panel. When you have time, call me back. Okay. I'm like, okay, he probably has like a UTI because it's common in cats. And cool. She'll probably set us up with some antibiotics and we'll call it a day, right? I tried calling. Nobody called me back. I left a voicemail. I was on a double, so obviously I wasn't in a position to be able to leave and take Buddy wherever. So I had Bill go and call them. And they said, well, it's the vet's day off, so call back tomorrow. So I'm still on my shift. I call. At this point, Bill's texting me saying, hey, Buddy's thrown up like 5 times. Now he's not even throwing up little bits of food that he possibly snuck. Now it's just stomach acid.
Yeah, it was horrible.
So I'm stuck at work. I called the vet's office again. And this time I'm a little more firm. And I tell them, listen, you guys left a message. I called back, left a message. No one called me back. The co-owner called. You guys said the vet had the day off. I need answers because my cat's not getting better. He's getting worse. And now he's just throwing up constantly.
And on top of that, what he started doing was climbing up inside the back of the couch and hiding, which isn't good for a cat if they're trying to isolate themselves.
Yeah, it's a bad sign. Yeah. So I wasn't rude, okay, but I told him like, hey, I'm concerned. And the vet didn't sound concerned at the time she left a voicemail. So now I'm at a false sense of hope because now he's getting really bad.
Hi, buddy.
Another vet answers after they had me on hold, and they're like, oh, yeah, your cat's like really sick. You should take them in. You should really take them in somewhere because this is very critical. And I told the vet, I said, that's very interesting because based on the impression I got, based on the casual voicemail I got from the vet.
Thank you, Gary.
Yeah, thanks, Gary. It didn't sound that serious. So I was supposed to work another double the next day. I told work, I was like, I'm having an emergency, which it was.
Yeah. I
cried in the locker room. So I told work, I was like, hey, you know what? I'm having a bit of an emergency. I need to rearrange my overtime. I got to pick a different day. I'll do it. I just have to pick a different day. So.
And you know it's serious if I wasn't metal detecting.
Oh, yeah, no. Like everything was on hold at this point because he just was not his normal self. So the next morning, I go home that night. There he is. And he was so excited to see us. Like he would liven up when we were both around, follow us around a little bit, but not very active, not his normal self. He stopped meowing. So I took a nap. I remember I woke up. I heard him. I went to bed around midnight. I woke up at probably about 2:00. I heard him throwing up. I tried looking for him. I couldn't find him. I took another 2-hour nap, woke up about 4, and we started getting ready to take him to the vet. There's a 24-hour hospital that we were able to take him.
Yeah, I will say that it's the VCA hospital in Ontario, and my hat's off to them.
Oh my gosh.
The staff there, the doctors and the nurses are just amazing.
They were the best. Honestly, I was a wreck. Like, I was an absolute wreck of how sick Buddy was. Because I feel like, you know, having a pet is a responsibility and they count on you to take care of them. So if they're not well and they're like, hey mom, I don't feel good, or hey mom, like this is going on, they have no voice to speak for themselves, only their actions. So when he's not his normal self, it's like, so we brought him in. I spoke to the nurse because they did a once over on him. And Bill was like, hey, like, I had to cut you off because you were coming on a little strong. And I was like, no, because the other vet kind of blew us off. And now I'm in mama bear mode and I need my baby. Like, someone needs to help my baby because I'm not leaving until someone helps me. Like, he's not good. Like, this is the worst I've ever seen him. So they had to admit him. They kept him for, I think it was like 2 days, 3 days.
3.
Yeah, it was 3, huh?
Yeah, because you were on a double the other day, and I went and visited him.
Yes.
On day 4.
Yeah.
And had a nice, but the stuff they had to do, there was a 2-page list of tests.
Oh my gosh.
We're talking X-rays and CAT scans and an MRI. And
I don't think I've ever seen an invoice like that was 2 pages. And I remember I will say this VCA was so good. The vet that we had was so thorough. She was explained everything. She didn't try to make me feel dumb. Clearly, I'm not a vet, so I know she knows everything. She's a doctor. But gosh, she just she was honest with us. She explained everything to us, and it was great. I was a bit of a wet blanket, of course, but yeah, they were just super good. That actually put me at ease. And then, so he got admitted, and then the next day they called us, and the surgeon called us, and she answered all these different questions. We got her opinion on stuff. She gave us good feedback. Of course, Bill had researched everything. He had he emailed me a page of notes when I was at work. He's like, yeah, this is what it is, and this is what he can take, and this is what.
And that's exactly what the surgeon and the doctor said. They went over everything that they already had researched.
Yeah.
So now we can get into what he actually had.
Yes. So what he has is, oh my gosh, let me see if I can find it. It's called your mama. No, it is called. One moment, please.
Drum roll.
I know I looked it up. Oh no, that's how to give your cat a pill.
Oh yeah, giving him a adult-sized horse pill.
Oh
Crazy.
My gosh. Okay. It's called chylothorax.
Yeah, and then they have another word in front of it. There's different types, and the other one is
idiopathic.
And the doctors call that idiot because there's no reason for a cat to have it.
Mm-hmm.
Typically, if they injure themselves, they can rupture blood vessels, and then the fluid from the vessels, they're not blood vessels, they're vessels around the lung and heart. They fill up with fluid, and basically Buddy's heart and his lungs around him had filled up with this fluid, and it was really fatty and gross, and they had to drain it out. It can come back. So Buddy's definitely not out of the woods by no means.
Yeah, it's very early.
But he's on some different medication. They did drain it, and the surgeons, they're giving us 2 to 4 weeks to see if it comes back. And he could have open heart surgery if we elected to.
Yeah.
But it's a 50-50 chance it'll even work. So then we can just decide at that point if it's something we want to do, or just try to make them as comfortable as possible.
But the good thing is that it could have been more severe. So the fluid could have been, what would you call it? Like a leak or
it's kind of leaking from the vessels.
So the leak could have been more severe, But considering it had been several days and it was very mild, because they were surprised when we brought him in that he didn't have labored breathing, because that's usually the sign that there's something. That's when they find it, is when the cat is breathing heavy. It's difficult for them.
Yeah.
That wasn't his issue. He was perfectly fine. That's why we didn't understand why he all of a sudden he just stopped eating and drinking water. That was me.
Yeah, he's like a 3%er. About 3% of cats can get this for no reason, and of course, it's our buddy that gets it.
Well, the other thing that usually causes it is some sort of trauma. So if they get hit by a car or something like that, that usually kind of.
Yeah, there's got to be something normally to cause it.
Yeah.
On most cases.
Yeah.
But our concern is that, what happens if the fluid builds back up? There's options. They said one option is a permanent drainage tube, but that just seems kind of hard to do to a cat.
Yeah.
It's that he's so small. But man, he had his arm wrapped up with IVs when I went and visited him, and he had that cone on, and
oh yeah, the cone.
He was a wreck, but he was happy to see me.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, I hung out with him for a long time, and then the doctors there are just so awesome. Dr. Smart and Peterson were just so informative, and then Dr. Peterson on my visit day on the last day said he ate really well the night before. He ate mediocre that morning. She said, so if you want to take him home, you can, and it was the 3rd of July.
Yeah.
So I didn't want him there all 4th of July weekend, so I elected to take him home. And yesterday he slept almost all day, but he was probably pretty traumatized from being in the hospital.
Oh yeah.
But we gave him different food. He's on a special diet, which he doesn't like.
He hates it.
So we're giving him different stuff to try to see what he'll eat. He's eating very lightly right now, but sporadically through the day, which is a good sign.
I'm going to say he eats like 5 times a day now, but there's just
nibbles.
Little nibbles. Yeah. And he loves his little temptation. He's eating that he'll eat.
Yeah. So it's really, and he's on he's on Rutin, and then he's got a food stimulus that you put on his ear of all things, which is
it's a topical lotion.
Yeah.
Mirataz.
So I think the next week is crucial how he does. He had a lot of energy so far today. He's feeling really good today. That's given us some great hope. The Rutin that he's on is supposed to keep the fluid dried up, maybe fix the vessels, and that hopefully will be good for him.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's been an up and down week for sure.
Yeah.
We've been just very, I guess, distraught.
Yeah, it's been. Yeah, the house is a wreck right now. I can't tell you how much laundry I was having. I found socks everywhere. Like there's just socks all over the house. Our world kind of stopped for a little bit. It's been a little difficult.
Yeah, but we have hope.
But he's home.
Praying for Buddy.
And he's happy. Oh my gosh, he's so sick.
Now he's sleeping again.
Yeah, yesterday was nothing but naps. Like he would trade off between napping between the two of us. He'd nap with him, he'd get up, he'd go over to where I was at and nap with me, and
we had lots of naps yesterday.
Yeah,
I don't mind.
Yeah, I did. And then it was weird because I went to bed that night and I was tired. I was like, now I know what Buddy feels like sleeping all day and still being tired.
But yeah, that was our week. So
yeah,
we talked about it yesterday if we were gonna mention it or not. But I figure so many of our followers and stuff really love Buddy.
Yeah, we owe it to you guys because you love Buddy as much as we do, and he's not really just our cat. He's like your guys' cat too. So
yeah.
He's doing good. We're hoping that the Rutin works.
He is now one of the most expensive cats.
Oh my gosh, this cat is priceless.
I will say that my daughter's dog, we had dog insurance. I used to complain because it went up every year. I think it ended up being like $150 or $170 a month. But her dog was allergic to her own gums and ended up losing all her teeth over time. We had to remove them all. To a tune of about $10,000, and insurance paid, I think 70+% of that. Let me tell you, if you get a new pet, I don't sponsor insurance on pets, but yeah, it would have been really nice. Buddy cost me, should I say?
It was a bit. It was just no. Heaven forbid. I really hope to God we don't have to have the surgery. But if it would be, this cat will cost as much of a car as a car.
Yeah.
Like a low-end car.
Yeah.
Not like a used car. but like,
Yeah. We're in double digits with a K behind it.
okay.
About as much as a nice ring, the K mark. Yeah.
Stop it.
K-
Yeah, he's expensive. But you know what? It's
Buddy
worth it.
is 5-ish.
Yeah, he's a baby
Yeah.
still.
Surgery's going to run about 15 to 20 grand.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we're hoping,
yeah.
and it's 50-50 shots. We don't really want to do surgery. The other option is just to let him pass, which we don't want.
No.
So hopefully he does well.
I'll get another one.
Another what?
Buddy passes, I'm gonna get another one.
A cat?
I'm gonna get another cat. I'm gonna get another black cat. Buddy 2.0.
Don't even talk about that. That's just wrong. Buddy, don't listen to her.
Buddy's not listening.
Buddy's got a long life ahead of him.
I know he does.
Fine.
That's why I say that. There's no way.
Yeah.
Buddy's the best cat I've ever had. I've had lots of cats.
But after getting the estimate from the doctors, I've been talking for about 2 or 3 months now about getting a dog. And,
yeah.
and I told Christine, I said,
Never mind.
I don't want another pet. I can't afford another pet.
Well,
but Bobby's right. Please always get insurance, and I did for the dog. But
see, and then when I got Buddy,
it was a rescue.
It was like you were like, yeah, don't get insurance, and I was like,
did I say that?
I feel like you did because you're like, why waste the money?
However, I'd have to do the
it.
math and see how much the insurance would have costed versus over the period of 3 years.
You know, through my union, I can get pet insurance.
Yeah,
found that out.
Wow.
I might do it just in case.
But like I said, we wanted to go live and give you guys an update. And I've been kind of looking at all the messages, and we really do appreciate the well wishes.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Everybody loves Buddy.
Yeah, it's been a traumatic week for us. But
yeah.
We are going to hunt this week.
Oh my gosh. I cried so much. I swear all I did was cry. I don't think I did anything except cry.
You're welcome, Dawn.
Hi, Dawn.
But yes. Wow, what an ordeal. But yeah, Bobby is right. No thanks. Always, especially if you get a youngin', get insurance. The earlier you get insurance on a young pet, the cheaper it is.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it starts off slow, but it slowly builds up. I remember when Willow was like under $100 a month, and she ended up being closer to $200 by the time we canceled the insurance.
Oh, wow.
But it was worth it because she racked up over 10 grand in bills.
Yeah, but it ended up paying out too.
Yeah. Buddy would have been worth it this time because that dollar amount, man, I have a few things that I do. Every time I go to the ATM, I pull out money. I always pull a little extra out and shove it in the safe. And I didn't know how much was in there, but it was quite a chunk, and that helped. But wow, that was crazy.
Yeah,
when we saw the bill on 2 pages.
Gosh, I just couldn't believe. And I remember looking at the itemized list, and one of the items was like it was like a four digit, and I was like, wow, that's just one item. And I was like, and then I went and looked. As I'm looking down, I was like, oh, there's another thing that's this much money, and then we're getting to the bottom, and there was no total, and I was like, ooh,
page 2.
There's no total on the first page. I was like, okay. And they flipped it over, like they went to the second page, and it was just as full as the first page, except there was a total at the bottom. And then the highlight, it's like one of those moments where you feel like it's almost like a movie, and you zoom in. You forget about all the other numbers on the page, and you zoom in. You're like, and it was highlighted.
Yeah.
I was like, wow.
And then they'll treat Buddy. They had Buddy in the back working on him, but yeah, they're not going to do anything until you go back up to the cashier and
but they were so good though.
Yeah,
they were seriously.
That's common for all vets. So,
but no, what I mean is, I don't think I would ever take any other animal to any other vet's office other than that one, because they have all these specialists that are there too. So that was so good. My gosh. I still don't know what I'm going to do about that other one, because
no, and yeah, so
they basically prescribed him a
pain medication.
Yeah, like they were like, hey, make sure he eats, but we're going to give you a pain medication that just makes him sleep all day.
Yeah, so he's not going to eat because
So
he's
then
sleeping.
and so he just had no desire to eat, and then he was just throwing that up, and I was like, yeah, no, this is not. Hey, would you still call a vet a quack?
No.
It'd be funny though, because they can treat ducks too. No?
No.
I
Could
thought
you? And you've seen some of these vets will actually treat the weirdest stuff. I mean,
yes.
pet lizards, snakes,
Ferrets.
whatever. Yeah.
Birds.
Bring my goat in.
You don't have a goat. Your son has goats.
Yeah.
Chickens. Do you think chickens have heart murmurs?
Oh,
Anxiety? You worried about becoming a chicken tender or something?
they probably get
Chicken
hemorrhoids
nugget.
from pushing all those eggs out.
Oh my gosh. Ew. What would that look like?
Family of 6, thank you so much. Yeah, we definitely yesterday was a good chill day for us and Buddy. He had a lot of rest today. I wanted to go hunting this morning, but we stepped outside. Number one, I didn't want to leave Buddy. I wanted to give him a chance to be with us longer.
Yeah.
And fortunately, her cycle changed. So you're on a 4-day weekend, which would work out perfect.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
But it was so smoky outside from the fireworks that we said, nah, we're not going anywhere.
Sense.
But
yeah, we were supposed to go out of town.
Yeah, we were supposed to be in Zion this weekend.
And it just, you know what? It's okay. Things happen for a reason, and this is much better. Thanks, Detecting Duo Adventures.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, so there we are.
Poor Buddy.
Now you guys are in the know, and just hopefully the next couple weeks he keeps getting better.
Yeah.
And I think he will.
I want to believe he's going to be on the mend.
Hey, Danny. Yeah, he's gonna sleep. Well, cats sleep during the day anyway. But he was pretty perky this morning and run around. He used to get up at 4 a.m., wake me up, want food, and he did that this morning, which was exciting. When he woke me up at 4 o'clock, and led me into the kitchen, I was so excited because that's his norm.
Yeah,
and he hasn't done that in a week and a half.
Yeah.
So very exciting.
Yeah, I'm hoping he just does well. And oh gosh, I never thought I would have to Google or like YouTube how to give a cat a pill, because this vitamin that it's basically a vitamin. It's for people too. So
it's a full-size capsule.
Yeah, it's a full-size capsule. It's not huge by any means, but it's not small for a cat. And man, I can't tell you how easy it was. Man, the first time we did it, I was like, oh.
Well, tell them how you do it.
Okay, so I had and I love that the video I found is this like older gentleman, and he looks like this OG type of. This guy's probably birthed cows and everything. Like he's probably like delivered all these animals on a farm, and he just made it so easy. He was like, well, what you do is you make sure they're in a relaxed area and they're not stressed, and you just tilt their head up. Again, by no means am I giving advice on how to do this. You can Google if you want. And you open their mouth, which at first sounds a little difficult, but if they're kind of relaxed, they're less likely to fight you. Just open their mouth and you drop the pill. You don't have to stick your finger in there. Okay, leave it alone because you're going to get bit. Just drop it in and then close their little mouth, and then you blow at their face.
And I didn't think it was going to work at all.
I didn't think so either. And we haven't been able to like trim his nails in like a week and a half. So I'm like, man, I'm going to get tore up. Like it's going to be a bad day. And like, he just took it down, and I was like, oh, well, this is nice. Now this morning was a different story.
Yeah. He spit it out the first time.
Because we did it. Did we do it yesterday morning? No, because we hadn't gotten them yet.
Yeah.
So we did one last night.
And one this morning.
We went to do one this morning.
He was on to you already.
Oh, yeah, he was.
Now he knows.
Yeah. And we had him in like an awkward position. Is it Frank and Tyler? Oh, hi, guys.
And Florida Sand Hunters. Hello.
Hello, everybody.
And Danny came on late. But Danny, you can just catch the beginning of it, but we'll tell you what's the name of it again. Do you remember?
It's called idiopathic plyothorax.
Say that fast 3 times.
Anyway, so this morning it was like, all right, buddy. And I give him the talk every time. Listen, this is very important for you to take your medicine. I know you don't like it, but it's important and we want you to stay out of the hospital. So you need to do it. And it was not as easy this time. I did get
Scratched.
So it was funny because I went to go and give it to him. And again, we really didn't like trim his nails. We really have, I think I trimmed one yesterday or the day before. But man, he did hook, line, and sinker. His claw literally got caught on my arm. And I remember Bill was like,
I reached up and pulled it off.
And I was like, yeah, it was hooked in there. I was like, I don't care. Like, this cat could just be destroying, just shredding my arm. I'm like, we're taking this. We are collectively as a group taking this vitamin together right now.
Yeah. And I've got him wrapped in my arms with this, trying to hold his paws down so you could do it. And he's pretty tricky.
He's strong.
Yeah.
He is very strong. So, yeah, he did go and he did bite down on it. That was sad. But then I got it to go down, blew out his face. I'm telling you, you need to look it up. It is the strangest thing. This guy had like this cat on the table, and the cat was very calm. Okay. But I was like, Buddy's not calm like that when it comes to medicine, pills, anything.
Yeah,
it was amazing.
No, then he's mad, so he goes and hides for a little while.
Yeah, and then he realizes, you know what? They like me, so.
But yeah, so we were gonna try to get out and hunt the next day or two, just for a couple hours. He'll be managed. He'll be fine on his own for a couple hours. We're not gonna go to the beach. We'll do local, just so we're not too far away.
Yeah.
And
it's gonna be a little bit before we do beaches right now. But I'm also signed up to do a lot more overtime because Bill paid the bill.
I paid the bill for Buddy, which is fine.
But I paid that first vet we went to. I paid most of it.
Yeah. That was a ripoff.
That was, yeah. I'm not really sure how to handle that one.
No, I feel like going back there and because I don't think they did some of the stuff they said they did.
Oh yeah, the services rendered that weren't done.
I think they duped us.
And then what was it? They said that oh my gosh, I think the thing that bothered me the most, if I could just complain for a moment, it bothered me that she's looking at him and she says, "Oh, he has fleas." And I'm like, huh?
We have never seen any evidence on him of fleas. And he gets flea baths once in a while. And just because that's the shampoo we use.
Yeah.
And
that blew my mind.
And we've never been bit by a flea.
No.
I've been in houses where there are fleas and I get ankle bites.
Yes. We both get bit up by bugs all the time.
So
fleas were not one of them.
The first doctor says, well, your cat's fat and has fleas. Then that's probably... And she's more focused on that than the fact he's got a fever and not feeling well. And I'm like, wow, we were so dumbfounded when we left there.
Yeah. So. Oh man, that was just all sorts of. The flea thing got me because then they were like, yeah, and you need to put him on this cat food because he has UTI and he probably has crystals in his stomach. So what she thought it was, which when they did the X-ray showed that it was not, is. It's almost like a gallstone, except it's in the pet's stomach, and it ends up becoming this huge, like, stone in their stomach. My mom's dog has that, and so, yeah, you have to put them on a specific dog food to help minimize the growth of the stone. And she was like, "Oh yeah, it's got to be that." And I'm like, "Well, the symptoms of that are the cat is constantly having to urinate, even if it's like one little teaspoon. All you see them do is pop and squats all day." And that's what, that's what my mom's dog was doing. So when we took the dog to the vet, like if the stomach, let's just say the stomach for easy illustration, the stomach is this big, right? The stone was like almost the entire stomach. Like
bladder, you mean?
Yes. Yeah. Bladder.
Yeah.
Bladder.
I knew you were
bladder.
I
don't know why I was saying stomach. Maybe because I'm hungry and snacking.
You're always hungry.
I know. Anyways, so.
Now I'm going to say it. Now I'm going to be nice. You're going through enough.
It's okay.
We won't mention the tapeworm you have.
Anyways, so that's what the doctor thought it was, and I was like, no, it's not that, because he's not peeing, he's not pooping, he's not doing anything. Poor guy.
Yeah. So now everybody is in the know, and yeah.
Buddy looks like he has skid marks on either side of him, though. Poor guy.
Yeah, I can't figure out what they must have had to shave him for the CAT scan or MRI or whatever they were doing.
Yeah, they gave a CAT scan. It's like Inception. It's like the Matrix.
Yeah. But yeah, when I went to visit him, they brought him out to me. He had the orange wrap here with IVs sticking out, 2 of them, and it's like just the cone on.
Poor
Well,
buddy.
actually, the picture on the thumb is when I went to visit him. So, wow.
Gosh, poor buddy. Man, he's strong, though.
Yeah.
He's a strong little boy, so we're proud of him.
He was telling me earlier today, he goes, "You guys can go metal detect. I don't mind." He said, "Please, go find some treasure.
He's like, yeah.
I'll just get into the catnip while you're gone."
We don't even have catnip.
Oh, well, we should get some.
Why?
I don't know. It's like us taking a shot of Kool-Aid or something.
No. You can't even have Kool-Aid. You're diabetic. That was the other thing. That first vet said that he was diabetic.
Yeah. Maybe it rubbed off from me.
I'm like, how is this possible that this cat is diabetic when... And he's been on the same cat food for years. Like, from the time I got him,
Yeah.
he is on fancy cat food because he's special.
Yeah.
He can't get the regular stuff.
Anyway, that's our story. How do you say it? Zealand Finder
Mm-hmm.
from Netherlands. Nice. Welcome. Thank you so much.
I found a fresh one.
Contagious diabetes. Yeah. Yeah. Fortunately, I'm only type 2, and I keep it in pretty good control for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
Get up and walk every morning and try to work out when I can and eat healthy and drink water. It's a life change when I found that out.
You're doing
And
good.
it sneaks up on you because I wasn't diabetic until I was in my 40s. Yeah.
So you've only had it for like a year or so?
Yeah. I'm 90, so what are you talking about? I
You're
feel-
not a vampire, okay? I don't care how many vampire shows you watch. You're not a vampire.
Anyway, we probably need to wrap this up.
Do we?
Or just sit here and watch you eat. I hear those videos are popular. People eating.
Oh, the ASMR ones?
Yeah,
I can't stand those.
I know.
And
We
then,
do
and
hot-
then when
we
they're
do a hot
whispering.
sauce challenge.
Ooh, we have hot sauce.
I know we should do a hot sauce challenge.
I don't like when they whisper and then they like tap the mic. Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, or
Cringy.
when they make coffee, the ASMR coffee ones, and
Yeah.
they stir it. Ooh.
Yeah.
Does that bother you?
Yeah, she does, Dawn. Those are mine, by the way.
Yeah, they're good.
I buy those specifically for me.
Okay, wait a minute. Hold on. This is coming from the same person that always steals my food. We could each make, let me just say this. We could both get cheeseburgers from In-N-Out. Okay?
Lettuce wrap.
Yeah. I could, let's do it this way. Because mine would have bread. So that would be the difference. I could make the same omelet for both of us. He will still steal my food.
Now, can I defend that?
Oh, sure.
First of all, I'm not stealing it. You look at me and go, do you want to bite?
No. Not always.
Anyway, we're done with this conversation.
I'm not done with it. So you steal my food. We could literally go to a restaurant, order the same food. You still steal my food.
Quality control. I want to make sure first it's okay, tastes okay, and that it's not poisoned. I'm looking out for your best interest.
What about this? My drink. You'll steal my drink.
That's just a given. I take the first sip just to make sure it's not tainted.
It's sealed.
It
It's in
could be bad. It could be like a
We're not
skunk
talking
drink.
about the V8 situation that I had years ago.
Yeah.
Happened. Remember that?
But you have to make sure that it's okay. And if someone's going to kick the bucket, it should be me.
No.
If I keel over immediately after taking a drink or a bite of your food, then
Ooh, don't talk like that.
Oh, don't talk like that. Okay, no violence.
Not doing my.
This is a friendly show. Anyway, we're done. Stop.
He's picking on me.
Yes, she's having chicharrones.
Yes.
Stater Brothers makes their own, and they're so good. Oh, I still put hot sauce on them sometimes, and hear them crackle like Rice Krispies when they get the moisture on them.
Oh, someone put Christine's mukbang. I like it. We should order a bunch of food and then sit here and eat it. We've been talking. You know what? I have been talking about doing that for years.
We actually, now that I just got to work the tweaks out because I didn't get the screen changed on this because I didn't know how to do it on the studio live. We should go live more often.
We should.
They probably don't want to see that though.
What?
Us.
Maybe they want to see us eat. Someone just going, look at the comments. Got a little food emojis.
Ooh.
Oh, we should do In-N-Out. Because some states don't have In-N-Out.
Okay.
And then when we travel again, we can go to Whataburger.
Eating SoCal.
Yes, that's a good idea. I like that.
All right. Well, to be perfectly honest, after going to that military field, it's kind of hard for me to go to Tot Lots again. I'm sorry, but that was so epic. If you haven't seen that video, it was my most recent video of the field with John up in Washington. And it's hard for me just to go tot lot hunting now. It's like I want to go find more relics.
Okay.
What?
I can't believe it didn't go viral. Can I complain about that right now?
No.
That is literally one of the coolest, you found the coolest stuff.
Yeah.
That you could find on the West Coast. That's impressive.
SLQ quarter and buttons, military buttons. Wow. I was so
in
stoked.
The West Coast, we don't find old stuff like that. We don't have old stuff.
Not in California. It's here.
I had no idea World War II happened in the West Coast.
There's a lot of forts along the coast.
I didn't know that.
Protecting us.
I don't remember that part in history.
Oh, yeah.
Is that where, did it go to our side and then go back?
We're close to Russia up on the north side.
No, we're not.
Actually, we are.
Is the Bering Strait still there or is it gone?
It left.
You know what I'm talking about? Stop. Didn't it,
we don't want to talk history with someone who thinks the first president was Abraham Lincoln.
Because it was.
Anyway, so yeah, we'll do a few more lives. Kind of fun.
I want to do a mukbang.
Okay, well, set it up.
We'll go to In-N-Out.
We're going to do it at In-N-Out?
No, we'll go to In-N-Out, get the food, come back.
It'll be her. I'll just film.
No. People need to experience what you're like when you eat food.
Goodness.
Like when I make breakfast in the morning, I haven't even finished cooking my breakfast. And I look over and he's already putting his fork in the sink because he ate already. And I'm like, where's your food?
Gone. Well, come on. A fried egg fits on the fork.
No.
You just slide it right down like an oyster.
That's a 4-biter. Maybe 2.
So you
depending on how spread out.
I trim the white off a little bit and then take the yolk and have it like an oyster.
Okay, what happens to the white?
I eat it real quick. It's no big deal. But 30 seconds for breakfast? Come on.
30 seconds.
That's when I was in the military, you didn't have time to eat.
Don't blame the military.
When you
were a kid, you guys used to fight for food.
There was 5 kids and we had no money. So when they my dad would buy stuff like liver and onions. Oh, it was so sick. It was still a food fest. The fastest eater got the most.
Wow, that's crazy.
You used to get black eyes and
are you serious?
Arm locks and no,
black
not
eye?
that bad.
Oh, I was like, oh my gosh, that's wild. What are people saying?
Oh, we got Zealand Finder. I'm sure you get some great finds.
Oh, yeah, New Zealand.
Man, it'd be so cool to go over there.
Oh, man.
Well, now we have to build our account back up so we can actually go on a real trip.
Oh, I know.
Thank you, buddy.
Oh, you know what? Buddy is worth every penny. Oh, he's so sleepy right now.
Anyway, we're gonna wrap this up. It's almost 45 minutes here, so we're just happy to. And Christine's the one that told me today. Let's go live and
Yeah, let's
update
just go
everybody.
live. Yeah, I don't want to. We were gonna wait and put out a video on Saturday, but I realized that if we just kind of dropped like, oh, here's like footage of Buddy with a cone on his head, and he looks like he can get satellite now. I felt like we were doing a little bit of a disservice to you guys because then you guys would have a million questions. We wouldn't, it would be by comments. It just makes more sense to do it this way.
Yes.
And we'll definitely keep you guys updated if anything changes. But as of right now, he's doing good. And we're hoping that he continues to do well because it's been rough.
All right. So thanks so much for tuning in on your Saturday. I'm sure you had lots of fun stuff to do, being the 4th of July weekend.
Yes. Hope everybody had a great 4th of July. That everyone still has all their fingers. We really hoped for that.
Yes. I stopped doing fireworks years ago. Anyway, thank you again so much. And we will see you on the next one.
Yes, but we'll get Buddy.
He's closer to you.
I know, but
fine, I'll get Buddy.
Yeah, get Buddy.
Well, yes,
we need to see Buddy again.
Buddy, I need you. I need you. Come here, buddy.
Cute. Oh my gosh. What are you doing?
He's tucked in way under there. It's
my easy. Little baby. Oh, he's sleepy. He's sleepy, baby. Oh, Buddy.
And it's so funny to see him walk when he's missing fur.
Oh gosh, I know. Poor thing. And you know when Bill brought him home, he's asleep. Look at his eyes.
Buddy.
He's sleepy. Hi. So cute.
Yeah, the cones are horrible. I've never liked the cones, but I see why.
He was limping something awful the other day.
Yep.
Poor thing. He really was limping, and he's much better today, though. And
but see, he's not really black. It's so soft.
Yeah, Bill had an idea of shaving the rest of them.
Yeah, I thought about shaving all his fur off.
No.
Anyway.
He's so cute.
Buddy, you want to hit the end screen? Can you do it? Huh? Can you? No? Little face rub here. Oh, he loves this.
Look at that.
He's going to go take some more nappies and we're going to give him some more food.
Yeah, he's such a good boy. Gosh, he's such a good boy.
All right, everybody. Thanks again. I'm going to hit the end screen. We really appreciate you being here today and look forward to being on again soon.
Yes. Bye.
Bye.